Hello there. Today I want to talk about mostly the negative sides of the working culture in Korea. I've worked for more than five, six companies so far, and I always felt disappointed. Well, whether that's a big or a small company. So I want to just really briefly talk about it first. Your boss doesn't appreciate if you raise any question to his words or direction. For example, like if the boss kind of takes it as a criticism, if you raise your hand and ask a question about it, and he's like, okay, zip it, or if you have so much trouble following my order, just leave the project. I am, and a lot of people are asking questions because they want to do it better, right? By asking question, you kind of fill the loophole and try to bridge the gap between the opinions and the bridge the gap between the orders of the boss and the ideas of the juniors. So people are asking questions because they want to do it better. They want to get the job done better and well. It's more like vertical instead of horizontal. Here, if the boss on top gives the order, then the top boss gives the order to the next person, and the next person gives it to the next person, and so it's a very top-down system. Whereas many startups, perhaps in Silicon Valley or in other countries, they have more horizontal working culture, like sharing ideas, and there's no right or wrong. You just let out your ideas and do the brainstorming, and there is a lot of good synergy coming out of it. But because it's a very rigid and stiff working culture here in Korea, you're supposed to follow the orders without any questions asked, and then there wouldn't be any synergies of ideas merged and to come up with a better result. So that's the minus side of the Korean working culture, and plus there is a high possibility that there will be a failure in communication. If you don't ask a question, then the details wouldn't get through, and you end up delivering the presentation or the documents that your boss didn't ask for. So you end up doing the work all over again. And what a waste of time and energy that is. So if the working culture allows people to ask as many questions, it is allowed, then a lot of people will do their jobs better and in more comfortable way, because then if you ask a question and if your boss answers the question carefully and with pleasure, then you will feel appreciated, and then you will try to make it better with more positive attitudes. But the irony is also that even though the boss tells you to do a lot of brainstorming and you get creative, innovative ideas, and you come up with this, nice report and ideas for the company, the decision makers end up being the top managers who weren't involved in the idea process, and so they don't know the details that were discussed, and they just decide the matter based on just a really rough conclusion. And what makes matters worse is that if the project ends not so successful, and if it fails, then people will point fingers at each other that, oh, he was the one who raised the idea. Oh, he wasn't the one who pushed this project forward. And so the person who put most effort and energy and into it will end up getting all the criticism and finger pointing. And so what's the point of doing one's best if you could get all the blames? So the blaming culture, the blaming game is certainly something that the Korean companies need to fix, because I just just really gave you just really brief sides that the Korean companies actually really need to work on. And so I hope that was helpful to you to understand some Korean. Because I will give you the plus side next time, okay? So don't be disappointed, and see you next time.